All right, y'all. Now we're back. Sorry. I apologize for what just happened a minute ago with the other stream. Again, like I said, I do apologize. I did not have my stuff set up correctly, and it showed. So, sorry, guys. I don't live stream very often, but we're on it now. So let's go ahead and let's get to Lionel. There we go. Boom. Beautiful. All right. So we're here. If somebody can hear me, please drop a comment somewhere so that I know the audio is good and everything looks good on the screen, and then we will rock and roll. So if anybody's in here, say hello. Give it a few minutes for folks to get on, and we will see what's going on with the new catalog. All right, see, I got one person in here and I got a like. So drop a comment and let me know that you can hear everything. And then hopefully after a few more minutes, we'll pick some other folks up. You guys, let me know if y'all can see me, hear me, all that good stuff. Okay. Oh, my nanny's in here. She hears me. Perfect. All right. Does that look better? Yes, that is what I want. So we're going to do this thing landscape. I am sorry that I'm not prepared tonight, y'all. I got to do better. But this will be cool. Okay. All right, y'all. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and get started now. And like I said, hopefully some more people will jump in here in a little bit. If not, make sure you catch the replay. So welcome back to High Rollers, Roads, and Rails. And it's exciting because we're here to take a look at Lionel's 2025 Volume 1 catalog. All right, so first off, let's kick it off with looking at the cover right here. And I got to say, Lionel, you did a great job on the cover. That's pretty slick looking. Obviously, they're commemorating the 125 years of Lionel trains since 1900. So here we go. So let's go ahead and dive in. And right here, you just got a letter from the CEO, table of contents. Really cool here, the evolution of Lionel's logos over the years. So that's pretty neat looking. And this was something else I thought that was cool about this catalog, is that it kind of gives you a brief little timeline history. Guys, at your own time, take a look and read this over. Pretty neat. I myself am not a Lionel historian. You know, I like Lionel trains, but I'm not big on the history of this stuff, and I'm really not like an older post-war kind of guy. You know, I like the modern trains with all the cool technology and stuff in them. So this is where we are. So here we go. 125th anniversary. And boom. All right. So what's the first thing we're looking at here? Well, they are bringing back the Commodore Vanderbilts. And as you can see, this is their engine of the year. You see the one up top is the gold-plated Commodore Vanderbilt. These are Vision Line models. And a price tag of $1999.99. So $2,000 for the gold one, and $17.99 for the black locomotive of the year. Whew. All right. Well, we're getting started off with good old Lionel pricing. So here we go. If you guys have been through my last catalog review that we did live, you guys know that I was doing a pretty good amount of fussing over these prices. And that will continue today because I think Lionel's pricing is outrageous. And so at the bottom, you see those are like a template recreation, pre-war inspired 4-pack cars, and you can pick those up for $1,100 for 4 cars. Yeah, so nothing here for me on this page. Continuing on with the anniversary stuff, you see the Legacy S2 up top. We'll look more into those later on. And then the 242 Scout. That's actually a cool little engine. I like that. Not really something I want to purchase, but I like it. And some more post-war inspired cars there at the bottom, and you can get those for $1,000. Keep it moving. All right, so the set that you see there up top, that's the Vision Hudson pre-war set. So again, everything there is supposed to be kind of pre-war inspired. For those of you guys that don't know, pre-war is what Lionel uses to dictate anything made before World War II. And then obviously post-war is post-World War II. So like I said, I'm not a big history guy for Lionel stuff. So if you're looking for that, I'm not your guy. But as you can see the set that we got up there, that is a Vision Hudson, which is the new Vision line model for this year. A lot of you guys already know that. And that is a 4-car set that you get with it for $22.99. So $2,300 get you a Vision Hudson in 4 cars. Okay, and then as you see on the bottom there, that is the Lackawanna Trainmaster post-war set. We'll see some more Legacy Trainmasters in this catalog. But you get the Trainmaster 4 cars. And you can get that one for $11.99, so $1,200. Yeah, and that's not for me either. Now, this is something that I saw earlier that kind of shocked me. And if you'll notice, the set here on the bottom is a set of New York Central F units. And what you will be surprised is that you do see right there, it says conventional set. So yes, that is a non-command controlled set. It has to run off a traditional transformer, just like the trains did back in the day. And while I think that still has a place in the hobby, it's 2024, guys, and not many people want a conventionally run set. And the real kicker about it is the price tag of $1,200. $1,200 for a conventional Lionel set. I think that is absurd. They definitely bumped their head on that. And then what's even worse is the set above it is a traditional Lion Chief set, not Lion Chief 2.0. It's the Prairie passenger set, and yeah, they're getting outrageous. $549, so $550 for a starter set. That's not a good place for this hobby. It's just these starter sets are supposed to be geared towards families and kids, and the average family is not dropping $550 on a train set. I'm sorry. It's just that's not where we are. Lionel is pricing themselves out of that market, and I think it's kind of unfortunate for the hobby. All right, and this is some more stuff for the 125 years. You got the Joshua Lionel cars up top, and the Angela Trotta Thomas Pacific. That is a Lion Chief model. And let's take a look at that. Yeah, So this is something else that I have an issue with right there, guys. $700 for a Lion Chief 2.0 engine. I mean, we are pushing legacy engine money now, guys. I mean, Lionel, that is just you're pricing yourself. I mean, clean out of the market on that. And continuing on, got these hand cars with Lenny the Lion and Santa Claus. You know, I don't know, this 125-year stuff, and that's the end of that. I mean, there's just nothing there from me as far as the hobby goes. Like I said, you know, good on Lionel for making that stuff. I'm sure it has a place. It's just not for me. Lionel is in the pen game, though. If you guys are looking for a handy-dandy overpriced writing utensil, boom, there you go. You can get yourself a Lionel pen. All right, and you got a Hallmark table piece, whatever that is. Not very exciting. Okay, here we go. So we're now going to get into the legacy O-scale options. So as you guys can see right here, we've got a New York Central Commodore Vanderbilt. That is one of the new hot tickets for this year. And then we've also got here the Vision Line Hudson, which we have already been told this by Lionel. So we're now going to take a look at the Hudsons again. There's about 800 different options in here, so please help yourself to whatever Vision Line Hudson you want. So boom, here we go. So let's go ahead and take a look. And you can get yourself a Vision Line Hudson. Oh, we're getting too far away there. You can get yourself a Vision Line Hudson for $1,800. You know, here's my thoughts on this engine, because like I said, these aren't new. We know that they announced those a few months ago, and where I'm at with it right now is that, yeah, man, $1,800. I mean, you're pushing like big steam articulate money. If I remember correctly, in the last catalog they offered the Y6Bs for like $19.99. So I mean, you tell me, would you rather have a articulate Y6B or would you rather have a Hudson? You know, I mean, yes, I understand this is Vision Line, but man, I can't get down with the pricing on this stuff. But if you keep rolling down, oh, and by the way, if you want the PT tender with the water scoop effect, you know, some people really like that. $1,900 for a PT tender, which I'll be honest with you, if I was going to buy a Vision Hudson, I would probably want the PT tender. I think it's a cool feature, but yeah, not for $1,900 bucks. So, and so you see here we got the gray version with the blue New York Central stripe down the side. Now, this is kind of intriguing right here, and as you guys see, that is the Pacemaker Hudson, and I like it. You know, I like the color on it. It's obviously a fantasy scheme. They never painted, the New York Central never painted the steam engine red. But you guys do know that Lionel did the Niagaras in the Pacemaker paint scheme, and they seem to be a pretty hot ticket, hot seller. So, and they are beautiful. I've seen one in person and they're gorgeous. So I believe if I was gonna have one, it would probably be this the Pacemaker scheme right here. That is really, really pretty. Now, whether Lionel nails the color, you guys already know my thoughts on that. Lionel, you're taking a crapshoot with the colorful items. All right. So here we go, and this is a Vision Line Niagara Falls Deluxe set. And so you see you got a Vision Line Hudson up here. And then we got some 2-packs of these passenger cars, which those are sharp. It looks like a maroon color on those cars with like a cream around the windows. I do like those cars. They are pretty. I'm not a New York Central fan by any means, and it's probably one of my least favorite railroads, to be 100% honest with you guys. But these cars are pretty. Now, what's not pretty is you can zoom in right here and see this. $599.99, $600 for a 2-pack of cars. And oh, sorry guys. And this set is $800. $800 for a 2-pack of cars. Come on, Lionel. Come on, Lionel. We can't do this. We cannot do this. So, okay, so the one that's $800 has a station sounds car, but come on, guys. $800 for 2 passenger cars? Lionel, you guys are pricing people out of the game. So again, here's the one of the new hot tickets. These are an all new tooling. Apparently, this is the New York Central Commodore Vanderbilt. Pretty cool engine. Kind of lacking on the Vision Line features on this deal. I've was listening to some other guys talk, and I agree with them that this maybe a little slack on being a Vision Line model. I think it's kind of hard to make a Vision Line model out of Streamline engine. I do want a J-Class in Vision Line one of these days at Norfolk Western J-Class, but yes, that's a Streamline engine, but I just think that would be killer if they did one of those with cylinder steam. I'd be all over it. But anyway, let's talk about what we got here. So we got the Commodore Vanderbilt in a gray color here. It does have whistle steam, and it does have a swinging bell. So I guess that's their special Vision Line feature on this thing, and obviously you'll probably get some road-specific crew talk. But to me, they kind of dropped the ball on making this more of a Vision model, you know, putting in some extra smoke features, something here. I'm not sure. And again, these are $1,780 for these spoke drivers, and then this one is a disc driver. Yeah, well, my buddy Zach at Joker's Train said he'll be getting no drivers, and I will also be getting no drivers because I will not be ordering one of these. So moving on, we've got the 20th Century set. Now, I do think this is an awesome set. I was looking at it again. Like I said, I'm not a New York Central guy. It's just not my favorite railroad at all. But this is a cool set. And you get, let's see, what, one, excuse me, sorry guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you do get 6 passenger cars with this set, and you get a Vision Line Hudson, cab numbers at 5319. And then we've got some additional cars that you can add down here. But hey, make sure you got, if you aren't sitting down, make sure you're sitting down right now, because check this out. Woo! $35.99, $3,600 for a Vision Line Hudson and 6 passenger cars. Holy moly! Yeah. Wow. You do get a lounge sounds. A sleeper sounds, a station. So all those cars do have sound. So I think that would be cool. I mean, you can imagine that set going down the track. There's going to be all sorts of sounds. It's going to be a really loud set. But maybe almost too much. I mean, with the station sounds and sleeper sounds. And it's going to be a lot of, like, the clicking and clacking of the cars going down. I think that's cool. But, man, that might be a lot to listen to. But also, if $3,600 isn't enough for you, then are these additional cars? No, I'm sorry. Okay, so these are just blown up images of the cars in the set. So, yeah, $3,600 gets you everything on this page. I think. Yeah. Okay, so we're moving on. Cool set. Too much money. Oh, never mind, never mind. I knew there was no way they weren't going to try to push some additional cars. So here we go. Here's some additional cars. If $3,600 is not enough for you, Come on over here and get you one of these $600 2-packs of cars. Awesome. Wow. $600 for these 2-packs here. And then you have another Station Sounds Diner for $500. And 2 Station Sounds Diners, $500 a piece. Come on, get you some. Something I do like, I did notice when I was looking at the catalog earlier, I do like the observation, the little 20th Century Limited sign on the back. That's pretty cool. High dollar set. For sure. Okay. So moving on to a freight set now. This is the Florida East Coast Auto Rack set. And we're going to take a look. So this engine, I like. I do really like the engine. I think it's pretty neat. It's got that Ferromex look to it, but with some different coloring. So I do think that is a sharp engine, the ES44. Probably not gonna order one, but I do like the colors on it. That's pretty sweet. Now, what I don't like is this Lionel. Maybe y'all should just leave the graffiti cars to the professionals, to the artists that actually do a really killer job of painting these graffiti cars, because that's really tacky looking, man. I'm not a fan of those cars at all. I'm really not a fan of auto racks to begin with. You know, I don't know. It's something about auto racks. I'm not high on them. I do have one, an RFMP one that I'll probably sell at some point because I just don't ever run it, you know. But this is a cool set. This is a Vision set. These are Vision auto racks. So they do have some features. They have some. All right. So they have sounds in them. And like I said, when I first saw this set, I thought this was a pretty good deal at $1,400 for the engine and 4 auto racks. But I don't know still. So here's some more options for the Vision line auto racks. And these cars are going to run you $350 a car. $350 a freight car, guys. Yeah, that I won't be buying any of those either. But you do have, let's see, Conrail, Chicago Northwestern, Santa Fe. And on this page, we got some Grand Trunk, Southern Pacific, and Union Pacific. So some freight sounds in motion. Impact sensors, automobile alarm sound, 16 total simulated automobile headlights and taillights, 64 LEDs in total. So these cars do have lights inside of them. But again, you know, I live close to a very busy main line for Norfolk and Southern. And I've seen trains go by many, many times. And I can honestly say I've never heard any car alarms going off inside of an auto rack. But whatever. Lionel's trying to kind of pump up these really cheesy $350 cars. So they got lights and car alarms if that's something that interests you. Okay. Legacy Steam. Let's hope for something good in here. And okay. So we have the Pennsylvania Legacy S2 turbines. So we will take a look at these. These are, again, regular Legacy models. So you get all your Legacy features, fan-driven smoke, whistle steam, all that good stuff. So this is the Pennsylvania Legacy S2 6200. This is the as-built model. And these actually, when I saw the prices on these, I was thinking that this wasn't a terrible buy at $1,400 for a decent sized steam engine. So that's not horrible. I still think it's high, but not horrible. I do like this one that has the like elephant ears, smoke lifters, I guess you call them on the front. Those are pretty cool. Oh, we're not there yet. But now I will say this is the highlight, maybe of the catalog, but certainly this page. And this is a fantasy scheme of the S2, the 6200, but it's in a Tuscan color. And I got a feeling that's going to be pretty cool. If Lionel can put a sweet color on that, something close to this, I think that will be the highlight of the page. And I look forward to seeing somebody pick up one of these. It won't be me. Now the next two are absolute blasphemy. Not a fan at all of the next two here. You see, you've got the C&O Chessie S2, the 501, and Chessie on a Pennsylvania engine is just blasphemy enough. But I really hate this paint scheme. They've done it on the H7. I've seen some customers and everything. I do not like this paint scheme at all. Just silver and orange or yellow, whatever it is. I don't know. It's terrible. And what's even more terrible is this. A Southern Pacific Daylight in a S2. Man, come on, Lionel. Come on, guys. What are y'all doing? Who is coming up with this foolishness? This is like, I'm all about fantasy paint schemes, but let's make it realistic, guys, or believable. Come on now, a Southern Pacific Daylight in S2. Yeah, that's bad. And then you got this ball with Locomotive Works that looks pretty much unlettered. So, there you go. You can make whatever fantasy scheme you want to off of that one. But so the S2s, like I said, $1,400. Not horrible, I guess, for a legacy steam engine. So, what is horrible is this. Now, no, not the Heisler. The Heisler is a cool steam engine. But let me go ahead. I'll just go ahead and zoom in and just show you what I dislike about it. $1,700. Come on, guys. Come on. This thing is 15 3/4 inches long. This is a tiny steam engine. $1,700. Lionel, yes, I bought it secondhand. $1,700 is what I paid for my Vision Line N&W Class A articulate steam engine with all the Vision features. $1,700, and that's what they want for these little bitty Heislers. And that is a shame because I think these things, at maybe like $1,000 would have been cool. Even at $1,000, it's still expensive. But I could kind of see it. I could justify it at that point. But wow, $1,700, man. I cannot. I can't get down with that. But they do have some different railroad options. You got Blue Jay lumber. Oh, speaking of lumber, let me go ahead and do a little spoiler alert for y'all. There's not any lumber cars in this catalog. So Lionel decided to run a narrow gauge lumber, logging locomotive. That's the word I'm looking for. And they didn't include any logging cars in the catalog. So do what you will with that. Go buy MTH, I guess. Keep getting too far ahead. So you got two on that page. And then you got the Juanita Railroad, the Middle Fork, Weyerhaeuser, and U.S. Signal Corp. So that's probably my favorite of these is the Signal Corps. But yeah, I mean, that has got to be the worst buy in the book. I'm not even kidding, guys. This has got to be the worst value for money I've seen Lionel have in a long time. We got the A6 Atlantics. So these are what are these? These are a 442 wheelbase Atlantic. And these are coming in at $999.99. So $1,000 for these. Probably a little steep. I mean, that's a small steam engine. I mean, we're only talking about a length of 18.5 inches long, so not necessarily anything massive. I think these would have been cool at like 750. But anyway, we got the Ann Arbor, the Santa Fe, the Chesapeake and Ohio. I was actually looking at this Chesapeake and Ohio earlier, but I just do not like the trailing truck on this at all. I like the way it looks on this Santa Fe right here, but this like open cheesy wheel that looks like it belongs on a Lion Chief model. Yeah, I'm not feeling that. And in the Chicago and Alton, that's a cool paint scheme, but Lionel will probably get the color wrong. A Burlington, and the Erie. I think that's probably the highlight of this page. I think that Russian blue. I just got that on my RF&P F19. I think it's a good looking color. I think it'll look nice on this here. And that's it. I got to speak on this right now while it's on my mind. The fact that there was no like big steam in this catalog is pretty disappointing. I mean, no articulates in this page on these pages at all, and I don't know. That's just kind of more to be desired. I think I could have done without the 800 different Vision Line Hudsons and maybe add an articulate in there somewhere, like an Allegheny. Come on, Lionel. Let's get with it. But here we are. We're on to Legacy Diesels now. So this is the only page that I'll be ordering something from, and anybody that watches this channel knows what that is going to be. These are the ES44 CSX Heritage units, and you guys obviously know the hero for me on this page is the RF&P. So this is definitely my favorite CSX Heritage unit, and I love the paint scheme on it. I hope Lionel does a good job with it, but this will probably be a definite pre-order for me. And these are coming in at $749.99. Now, obviously, you guys know if you go through a good Lionel dealer, you're going to get some money off of that. But these are cool. I still don't ever agree with the fact that CSX doesn't paint them all the way with this, like faded, CSX cab with the heritage on the back. I was never crazy about that, but I guess I've seen so many of them now, I've gotten used to it. I do like this Atlantic Coastline. I think that's nice. If I was going to order another one, it would be in that one. But you see, we've got the New York Central, the Family Lines, the RF&P, and the Western Maryland. And I do like that paint scheme as well. I always thought that was kind of cool. Even when it rolled out of the shops, the real one, I thought that was a cool paint scheme. And continuing on with the S44s, we've got the Norfolk Southern Heritage units. So they had some of these in the last catalog, and I did not order the Norfolk and Western one. I saw it in person, kind of regretting that. I do really, really like that engine. I like the fact that Lionel does these glossy. I don't know. It's just something about the gloss that I like. Some people don't, but I think the gloss is cool. But you see here we've got the Conrail. So we got Conrail, the Interstate. That is cool. Okay, I got to stop because I didn't even really look at this engine close when I was checking the catalog out earlier. That's a pretty sick paint scheme. I don't know diddly nothing about the Interstate Railway, but I like that paint scheme. That's a winner for me. The nickel plate, I've always thought had a really cool paint scheme for a heritage unit. The red Norfolk Southern, and man, and that's the highlight. The Southern Railway heritage unit is one of my favorites. So these are some cool engines. I mean, other than Conrail, I really don't care for, but the rest of these, man, I like all of these. I think these are pretty cool units here. And we got some more ES44s. So we've got the CPKCs and the Canadian Nationals. Just a railway that I have absolute zero interest in. Cool color scheme. I will say this, it's a cool paint job. But I don't know. The railway doesn't do nothing for me. But again, still same price. All the ES44s are $749.99. All right, and now we're here with some Train Masters. These are the Legacy Train Masters. And, you know, Train Masters are one of those engines, you either hate them or you love them. And I'm kind of torn. To me, they're very plain looking. They just look like bricks. Now I know my friend Nate is going to absolutely like roast me for this because he loves Train Masters, but I just don't. I don't mind them, but I don't hate them. Now, what I do hate is that, you know, Lionel's all about their heritage this year, 125 years, and all of the road names you see here and no Virginian. I mean, to me, anytime I think Trainmaster, FM Trainmaster, I think of the Virginian. And not only because the Virginian actually ran those, but also that was just a staple for Lionel as far as the paint schemes for the Trainmaster. So I'm really shocked that that was not done here. But anyway, we have Central of New Jersey, Chicago Northwestern, Milwaukee Road. And you've got two different cab numbers of Pennsylvania. Looks like one has Pennsylvania written down the side, the other does not. Some Reading. Okay, so each one of these has two cab numbers. You can see right here, and Southern Pacific Blood Nose, and these are going for $649.99. I would never pay $650 for a Trainmaster. I probably wouldn't buy a Trainmaster at all, and if I did, it would be Virginian. So not a lot of interest here for me. Also, guys, the folks that I have in here, feel free to drop a comment. You know, hey, you know, shoot something back at me. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know if you think I'm full of crap or not, or let me know if you think these prices are too high. So make sure you go ahead and leave me a comment. Let's chat it up. So here we are, Legacy GP35s. Now, I'll say this about the 35s. These are small little engines. They're pretty cool, but I'm kind of disappointed that they didn't do a high hood variation of the 35. I like the GP35s, but as you can see, all of these are low hood. I really would have liked to seen a high hood because I was talking to Muffins about doing a custom run of a really cool paint job that I saw. And it is a GP35, but unfortunately that engine is a high hood 35, and obviously you see we don't have one here. But let's check these out. You have the Santa Fe, you have the Great Northern, you have the Chessie and C&O. I like the Chessie. Oh, goodness gracious, I just lost everything. Holy moly. Hang tight. Wow, I really dropped the ball on that. My bad, guys. I'm going to get better with these live streams, I promise. This is like my second time doing one, so hang with me. Holy moly, we were almost like halfway through this big catalog. Goodness. All right, we're getting close. We're getting close. We're getting close. Okay. All right. Woo. All right, we're back in action. My bad. Okay, so continuing on with these GP35s, we got the Houstonic. I've never heard of that a day in my life. ICG, again, no idea. And the Wabash. I like the Wabash. That's clean. That looks good. All right, and you can, like I said, you can pick these up for $659, so $649.99, so $650. All right, we've got the SD40T-2s, and we got some nice looking engines here. So you got Bessemer and Lake Erie, Canadian National, and why does it keep doing that? Denver Rio Grande. I've always like I said, I'm not a West Coast Railroad guy, but I do like that Denver Rio Grande. I think that's a pretty slick paint scheme. You got Blood Nose Southern Pacific. This is cool. This is like a Southern Pacific UP patch dealio. As you see, it's got like some weathering on these. I have a friend that has another patch locomotive, and I thought it was kind of cool looking. So that's neat. You got Union Pacific, um, Rio Grande, but they're calling this Wheeling and Lake Erie. So I mean, is this like a patch job or something? I'm not sure what's going on here. Definitely looks like Rio Grande. And then the Wheeling and Lake Erie, which is also a patch engine. You can see right there, it's like a UP patch. So those are kind of cool. I like the patch engines. All right. And let's see, we've got Legacy FA2s. And you can get these in, it looks like an AA, and then you have the separate B unit, which you can get in a powered or a super bass. So these retail for, you get the AA for $11.99, so $1,200, and $549 for the either the powered B or the super bass B. And those are running at $550. So we got Santa Fe, got the B&O, and CP Rail on this page. You got Chicago Northwestern, Pennsylvania, and the Wabash. I think if I had to pick one of these sets, this Wabash is kind of stepping out to me. That's nice, but just not something I'm interested in. So moving on. All right, this is the Donner Pass freight set. Donner Pass was a part of this grade that was on the Southern Pacific Railway. So as you see, we got a blood nose Southern Pacific SD40T that we just saw. And you got some freight cars here. It looks like you get 4 freight cars and a caboose. And this set is $10.99. So for sets, I would say this is probably the best deal for the sets that I've seen in this catalog so far. You get a Freight Sounds PS1. You get a 50-foot rail box. You get a 40-foot tank, Southern Pacific bay window, and a 4-bay hopper. I mean, yeah, that's a cool set. For $1,100, I think there's some pretty good value there. We got some more auto racks. These are non-vision lines, so these are the same tooling, but these don't have sounds like the ones we saw earlier in the catalog. These are going for $59.99. And you've got the Rio Grande, Kansas City Southern, the L&N, Milwaukee Road, Norfolk Southern, and Norfolk and Western. And obviously, you guys know that if I liked auto racks, I'd be buying this one. But I'm just not big on auto racks. You know, they're big, and I just don't have a lot of modern freight on my layout, or that I like to collect. I'm more of a steam era kind of guy. We've got some gondolas. 120 bucks. 120 bucks for an empty gondola. Come on, Lionel. These are getting rough. It's getting rough on the rolling stock here. This is not a $120 car. I'm sorry, guys. But you got the Central of New Jersey, Green Bay, and Western, Lehigh Valley, Wabash, and the what is this? The AEC, like the nuclear deal. Lionel just had a set, and I did watch the review that Eric's Trains did on this set, that the AEC with the GP9s and everything, and it's not something I'd want to buy, but it is pretty cool. So I guess he'll be picking that up. We got some Freight Sounds boxcars. I did just order one of these. So the RFMP one that was in the previous catalog, I did pick that up. So we'll be taking a look at that soon. But got, wow, they've gone up on price again. to $19.99 for a PS1 Freight Sounds car. You got Chicago and Illinois, Denver, Rio Grande, Maine Central. So that's it for the offerings on those. And let's see, we've got Sleep Sounds Pullman cars. I haven't heard one of these yet, but this is the sleeper car with sounds. You got the Pullman in green, the Pullman in gray, and the Minutemen car. That one's pretty cool. By War Bonds. I don't know why I don't have anything in my collection yet, but I really like War Bond stuff. So that's a cool car. But $500. $500 for one passenger car. Yeah, I like War Bond stuff, but I won't be buying that one. Cabooses, bay windows. The chassis is sweet. I like it. I don't like the $150 price tag. That's a cool car though. Really like that. You got a Susquehanna and a Southern Pacific. That one's kind of cool with it says Railroad Police on it. That one's Southern Pacific Railroad Police. Yeah, that one's kind of cool. Kind of cool. A disconnect. I don't really even know what these are. And I don't have any interest in these at all. Zach with Joker's Trains was talking about this car earlier, this rocket load thing that literally looks like a toilet, but he said it was a toilet roll, an empty toilet roll with trucks underneath of it. I'm going to say it looks more like a push pop with trucks underneath of it. That's terrible. That I don't know what you're going to do with that. That is absolutely terrible. $100 for that rolling turd right there. What a joke. Please let me know if anybody buys the rocket load push pop express. But we got these more disconnect cars. I don't even know what those are. Don't care. 50-foot box cars. $100. That should be a $60 car, not a $100 car. I'm sorry. You got these that Lionel's doing the weathering on. These don't look terrible in the renderings here, but from what I've seen so far with these cars that come from Lionel that are weathered or got the graffiti on them, it's just kind of cheesy looking. I'm not high on it, and I'm not really high on weather stuff anyway. Like I said, I like all my stuff to look clean, and that ain't it. So let's see. We got more box cars. Hillsdale County, Middletown in New Jersey, New Hope in Ivyland. I don't know anything, but I've heard that railroad a lot. I don't know anything about it, but I've heard people talk about it a lot. And the OG Norfolk Southern. That's actually a good looking car. I gotta give it to. I like this Norfolk Southern car. Maybe I'll pick one of those up. So these are cool. I will say this. I will probably pre-order one or two of these. I don't even collect these railroads, but I really like these bicentennial hoppers. So this one is Chicago Northwestern, and this one is Bessemer and Lake Erie. But those are cool. I don't know. I've got a bunch of the Norfolk and Western bicentennial stuff, so I think these would be kind of cool to throw on a train right around like 4th of July. And these are $90, which is still ridiculous. That should be like a $70 car, but I like them. And then we got some more Bessemer and Lake Erie, and then Chicago Northwestern in standard colors. You got some Southerns. I wish they would have done a Southern bicentennial car. I'd have really been all over that. You got some red Conrail cars, Denver Rio Grande, and Union Pacific. Union Pacific with the yellow ends is pretty cool. So there's your coal hoppers. 40-foot tank cars. This one's kind of cool. Like the color scheme on that. And we got some more graffiti cars. These are going for $100. And there you go. Nothing too exciting there with the tank cars. 40-foot double door box cars. Atlantic Coastline. I like the Atlantic Coastline. Not something I gotta have though, but I like the railroad. Got Santa Fe, Great Northern, Grand Trunk Western, Illinois Central, and the Union Pacific. Man, I wish I wasn't so like anti-Union Pacific. I mean, it's not that I'm not. I'm just not a West Coast railroad guy. But Union Pacific's always got like some cool rolling stock. Like, look at that, B Pacific, ship Union Pacific. That's cool. I always like the livery that UP puts on their cars, and especially their cabooses. I think UP's got like the coolest cabooses. Okay. And here we are. So we're going to talk a little bit about the traditional stuff. As you guys know, I could care less about traditional stuff. I like the scale models, and I like the legacy models. Traditional's not my thing, but hey, what the heck? We're here. Let's take a look at it. And mostly, let's complain about the prices of this stuff. This is really ridiculous. Like, I know Lionel thinks that they got us by the balls with legacy stuff because, you know, we're collectors and we're going to, you know, want the nicer stuff. But these engines here, to me, are supposed to be geared more towards kids. And what parent, regular parent, is spending $700 to buy their kid one steam engine that doesn't come with anything but just the engine? Not many. But here we are. So we got Lion Chief 2.0s, steam engines. What are these? These are 462. So these are Pacifics. And you've got a Baltimore, Ohio, a Reading, Texas, and Pacific. Now that's a cool paint scheme. See, like, why couldn't they have done something like that in a legacy model? I think that would be sick. But I like that paint scheme. That's cool. And the Western Pacific. So Lion Chief 2.0 Pacifics, $700. Awesome. Another thing that I think Lionel really dropped the ball on in this catalog, you know, for 125 years of Lionel trains, is these F units here. Why would they have not done, especially the Santa Fe F unit, in a legacy model? That is beyond me, absolutely beyond me. But they did do them in Lion Chief 2.0, and they are $900 for an AA. I mean, come on now, Lionel. We are not far off the price of a scale legacy model. Like, wow. And $500 for the B. $500 for. Is that even a powered B? Come on, help me out. Somebody help me out. Is that a powered B? No, it's not. And look here. Look at this. The only one of the A units is powered. Holy moly, $900 and one of those units is unpowered? That's absurd. People are crazy if they buy these. Crazy. But anyway, we got the Santa Fe. Look at the FEC. That's a cool paint job. Like, come on, Lionel. Why didn't they do these in Legacy? Why wouldn't you do these in scale? These are cool paint jobs. Yeah, they dropped the ball, man. Dropped the ball big time on that. You got the Reading, and then the Daylight Scheme Southern Pacifics. Those are all really cool paint jobs for F units, and they just, like I said, the traditional stuff just doesn't do it for me. But you got some matching passenger cars for each of those. So Santa Fe, a 4-car pack is $1,100. $1,100 for semi-scale passenger cars. Jesus. And look at these Florida East Coast. I like those cars. I like them a lot, but I cannot believe these prices. $400 for a Station Sounds Diner. So what was it? $500 and you get the scale car? I mean, all of it's outrageous, but that's crazy. That is crazy. Okay, battery operated train sets. You know, I didn't have a problem with this at first, but then I listened to some other guys talk about it, and I do have a problem with this. Like, these are cheesy, cheap, Chinese-made junk toys. And in my opinion, they have no place in this catalog. The Lionel is an electric train company, and these are just, this is literally like something that looks like it should be at the dollar store. But let's go ahead and check out these dollar store trains. Oh yeah, come on right here. 80 bucks. You know what? Finally something reasonably priced, but that thing's probably worth like 20 bucks. Battery powered train sets. Unreal. I think the only thing that is kind of neat about these is that these are still O gauge, but they will run on like O gauge track. But oh my god, my daughter would love this. She's a big Barbie fan, but I won't be buying her any battery operated train sets. I mean, heck, my daughter can come in here and run the Cab 2 remote just as good as I can. So we don't need any battery powered train sets. But here you go. You got a Pennsylvania, and look at that. They did another F unit, but in a cheesy battery-powered train. Polar Express, Harry Potter. Who cares? Junk. All right, traditional O stuff. Got this Navy set. This is kind of cool. Got the submarine car there. It's got the kind of the old post-war vibes going on there. Some piggyback trailers. You know, that's something else that I was kind of surprised we didn't see any in the scale freight car section. Was no flat cars with piggyback trailers. Definitely surprised there. Got a Navy crane. Like, check this out. What does this thing go for? Buy $450 for remote control crane. All right, here's their traditional Pennsylvania starter set that's in every catalog, and $400, so $399.99. You know, it's still too high. That's like a $300 maximum set. I think it's just a little pricey there. You got some piggyback trailers, Liberty Eagle Rail, whatever that thing is. That's kind of cool. You got some track cleaning cars. I actually probably need one of those. It's kind of hard to get up here on the shelf and clean the track, but that's cool. You got Lion Chief 080s. You got the Southern Railway, Northern Pacific, Union Pacific, B&O. Lion Chief RS3s. These go for $229.99. All right, we got some Star Wars stuff. You know, I don't like Star Wars. I'm gonna go ahead and put that out here now. I never liked Star Wars as a kid. Still don't like it now. I think Star Wars is like a cult following almost. Not a Star Wars fan at all. But if you are a Star Wars fan, you can go ahead and get a $500 starter set. Boom! There you go. Choo 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 choo. $500 starter set. Here we go, Lionel. Thanks for that. If your $500 starter set ain't enough, you can come over here and get some of these cheesy box cars with all kinds of pictures on them. $109.99. I'm sorry, Star Wars guys. I know there's people out here that just love this stuff. It ain't me. There you go. You get to come over to the dark side. Moving on. More Star Wars cars. Choo, 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 choo. Yeah. Star Wars. Star Wars. Mm-hmm. There's like a vault car. Aquarium car, vault car, all whatever, all the same. $140 for a semi-scale aquarium car. Man, Lionel is just buying into this DC, Disney. You know, I get it. I get it. You want to entertain to, people of all genres and hobbies and all this, but this stuff I just do not care about. $100 But maybe somebody loves Superman or Batman and all that. They got to have one of these $100 cars. They probably don't even have a train display. They just think the car's cool. Maybe that's what Lionel's buying into here. But we got some more DC stuff. Lex Luthor elevated tank. And Thomas Kincaid Studios. Man, somebody help me out here. Is Thomas Kincaid like some like DC Marvel guy? Help me out. Tom and Jerry. Like I guarantee if I ask my daughter right now, she's 5, honey, who's Tom and Jerry? She's gonna probably say it's 2 guys down the street. Like, come on now, what kids even know anything about Tom and Jerry? I think it's a great cartoon, but man, come on now. Look at the illuminated boxcar. That's kind of cool. Looney Tunes. Looney Tunes. Here's another one of these awesome push pop cars. Get you a push pop car. Holy crap, $100 for that thing. What a turd. All right, I'm gonna keep it moving. Harry Potter. Another thing, man. Sorry guys, I guess I'm just a train nerd, and all these other nerdy things just don't do anything for me. Moving on, Harry Potter. More Harry Potter stuff. So lots of special interest cars in this catalog. I think there's more pages of special interest semi-scale cars than it is scale freight cars. That makes real good sense, Lionel. I got some Mickey Mouse, Disney stuff. This car here, I will probably order at some point. My daughter loves Lilo and Stitch. And, look at Stitch up there on top of it. That's kind of a cool car. She'll like that behind her Lion Chief set that we play with in the floor. So, I may check into that one. Angela Jada Thomas. Some more artist cars, I guess. You got a Commodore Vanderbilt. Kid Under the Christmas Tree. Some of the early Lionel catalogs. Blah, blah, blah. Come. I got to say it, man. What is the point of this stuff? This has been in a couple catalogs now. I mean, I'd like to know how many Bob Ross boxcars Lionel sold. Like, can somebody... Can we call up Lionel and be like, hey, how well are your Bob Ross boxcars selling? I mean, they keep putting them in the catalog. Somebody's buying them. Or yeah, you're Mr. Rogers. Yeah, you're doing real well in the Mr. Rogers boxcar department. Come on now. Ridiculous. Thomas the Tank Engine. There you go. Get you a Thomas the Tank Engine boxcar. Now, again, I have a 5-year-old daughter. I think these things suck. She probably would think these are the coolest things ever. So maybe I'll pick her up some Barbie boxcars. Uno. I mean, I'm pretty sure Lionel will take a semi-scale boxcar and put whatever you want. I mean, I'm pretty sure if you wanted to put a picture of your junk on the side of a Lionel boxcar, they would probably do it and put it in the catalog. Maybe I should hit them up. maybe I should send my picture in to Lionel, see if they can put that on the side of a semi-scale boxcar. The Peanuts. Perfect timing. Oh man, look at all these semi-scale boxcars. Okay, something that's not semi-scale boxcars. We got some Ford and Chevrolet stuff. That's pretty cool. I'm a Ford guy. I like the auto rack there. I wish that was scale. If that was scale, I'd probably think about buying that. The elevated tank is neat. I don't have anywhere to put that, but I like that. That's pretty cool. You got the same stuff for Chevrolet. Got the John Deere. Now, this intrigues me. What is a TMCC truck? This is command control. What is this thing? Is this like a remote control truck that I can run off a cab 1 remote or cab 2 remote? Help me out there, guys. I've never seen that. Is that like a remote controlled truck that you can run off a cab 2 or cab 3? Whatever. Kind of cool. I like these reefers too. I'm a big John Deere guy. I like the John Deere stuff. It's neat. That yeah, those Woodside cars are cool. And the Wings of Angels with the pinup girls and everything. Like I said, you want a semi-scale box car, Lionel will put whatever you want on the side of it. No problem. You guys need some beer stuff. We got Anheuser-Busch as usual. Got a little beer stand. That's pretty cool. And the guy serving up beer. That's pretty neat. It's based off the old newsstand. Railroad history boxcars. I bet what is there, like 100 semi-scale boxcars in this catalog? Lionel needs a separate catalog just for all these damn boxcars. You see, you got what is this? Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania. I've been there. We brought that to you on the channel here. That is a awesome museum, cool place. If you ever get to check it out, right next to Strasburg Railroad. Not sure that I want a $100 boxcar of their place, but a museum definitely worth checking out. The Orange Blossom Special Commemorative Car. The Stockton and Darlington. This is 200 years of British railroading. Oh, look here, y'all. Printed and assembled in the good old US of A. That's kind of funny. Boxcar about British railroading that's printed and assembled in USA. Pretty funny. And we got some American history boxcars. You had 250 years of the Navy and blah, 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 boxcars, blah, 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 boxcars. Holy boxcars, Battle of Bunker Hill, history lesson off a boxcar. Jesus, boxcars. This is the catalog of boxcars. I'm 100% like this is it. Like we're just, oh my God, boxcar after boxcar. Jesus, look, there you go. Look, I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you, I could send any picture in. Anything you want. Anything you want on a boxcar, they got you. All right, I'd be lying if I didn't like this one just a little bit. I think that'd be cool. Because it's blue and white, kind of like my Shelby. That'd be kind of cool. Get a picture of the Shelby on the side of the boxcar. $100. Shocker. Oh man, personalized boxcars for every holiday. They got a Valentine's Day one. I'm gonna take a real nice picture for the old lady and then give her a boxcar for Valentine's Day. Oh man, I'm gonna get thrown off of YouTube. Area 51 stuff. There you go. Halloween. Oh man, just what everybody wants. A $1,800 Commodore Vanderbilt Halloween engine. Glows in the dark. Ooh, $1,800. Boxcars. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna like dream about boxcars tonight. I just. Some more semi-scale cars. Look at the haunted trailer. Yeah, I'm gonna go in this haunted trailer and dream about boxcars. Okay, Christmas. Boom, here we go. Polar Express fans. I find this hysterical. I find this absolutely hysterical. Lionel has made a Vision line. This is a Vision line Commodore Vanderbilt. 1,800 bucks. But yet the real Polar Express that they released in the last Volume 1 catalog was just a standard legacy model. Make it make sense. So you can get the Commodore Vanderbilt Hudson in the Polar Express in a legacy model. I mean, I'm sorry, excuse me, a Vision line model. But the regular Berkshires were just standard legacy. I don't know, whatever. Nobody probably cares. Make it make sense. Won't be ordering one of these. And you got a gondola and these TMCC trucks. These I'm kind of curious about. I don't know why. I don't know anything about these TMCC pickup trucks. Like, does that just sit on the track, or what is the deal with that? Somebody let me know. And there you go. You can get you a Christmas Heisler set. That's a really cool set. I mean, $2,000. $2,000. That is a cool looking Christmas train, though. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like that. Well, those little bitty cars and everything. I mean, that's cool, Lionel. Why don't we do like a login set like that? That would have been neat. But there you go. You can get you a Heisler Christmas set for $2,000. Heck yeah. Or a Vision Line Christmas train. Everybody wants a Vision Line Christmas train for 1,800 bucks. Moving on. More boxcars. More boxcars. I did see this. I'll have to pick this up for my daughter. We have the full Frozen Lion Chief set, so I will probably get this to throw on there with her. That's the Frozen car. And her other favorite, Stitch. So Kinsley Pop is going to be fired up about those boxcars. Here's your ready to run Christmas set, 400 bucks. Oh my God, I can't. If I have to look at one more page of I'm sorry guys, I'm moving on. I can't do any more pages of boxcars. Oh my God, I think we're done. I think there's no shot there's any more boxcars in this catalog. Accessories. Gantry, you got a gantry crane. Got a workhouse to go with it. Station platform. Trailers. Check out the American flag trailer. Pretty cool. Let's see. You got the AC stuff for all that. Wind turbines. You got your fake news stand. I've seen it before. That's kind of cool. Backed by popular demand. I bet so. Oh, we're done. Oh, we're done. Thank God. I swear I thought it was going to be another page of boxcars. All right, track accessories. Nothing to see here. So one thing I did want to point out, y'all. So if you get to the back of the big book catalogs, it's going to go over everything that they still have stock of that they didn't sell. And this should go to show you where Lionel's pricing has gotten them over the last couple of years. I'm just going to flip through really quick. Look at how much stuff left over from other catalogs is still in stock. Keep going. Keep going. Unreal. They are just loaded down with overpriced junk. It's not all junk. But look at all the boxcars. Another freaking page of boxcars. But I mean, look at all the overstock that they have left. Unreal, guys. This should be proof that Lionel is pricing themselves out of the hobby, and the hobby will never die. I'm not one of those guys that's just going to say, "Oh yeah, it's all doom and gloom, and nobody can afford this crap." People are still buying it, but they got a lot of leftover overstock. So, and I think this catalog is only going to add on to it. So, woo, we're done. All right, gang. How long have we been going with this thing? Hour and 15 minutes. Hour and 15 minutes. So for the couple of y'all that hung in here the whole time and listened to me ramble on, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much, and thank you to anybody that's that's going to watch the replay that will make it this far. If you did make it this far, again, thank you so much, and thank you so much for sitting here and chopping it up with me and checking out the new catalog. Final thoughts. This was a dud. This was an absolute dud. Which I'm kind of glad for, because I don't need to be buying a whole lot of trains right now. So good timing. Bad for the channel. Bad for the channel. It's going to greatly cut back our train reviews this year. I'm just kidding. We'll find other stuff to pick up. But as far as coming out of this catalog, yeah, I don't got anything I can't live without. I probably will pre-order the RFMP CSX Heritage unit, the ES44. But that's it. Yeah, that's the only thing that kind of piqued my interest in this whole deal. So yeah, this one fell flat, Lionel. I'm kind of disappointed. I was really hoping for 125 years to be a bunch of cool stuff in here that I just couldn't live without, and that ain't the case. So anyway, folks, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for sticking in here with me. I really appreciate it. Just ask that you guys like, comment, subscribe, and all the usual YouTube channel stuff. I really appreciate you bearing with me. 2025 is going to be an awesome year. With that, guys, thanks so much. I'm going to go eat some dinner now. I hope you enjoyed the catalog. Make sure you drop a comment somewhere in this thing after it's over with and let me know what you're interested in ordering. Is there something in here that you couldn't live without? Because it wasn't for me. So, guys, thanks so much, and have a good night, and we'll see y'all down the line.